Hey, so today I wanted to try something a bit different and actually try editing my videos a little bit. Um, this is just going to be me defeating Imaginarium Theater, or at least attempting to. Obviously, I started off just by doing my dailies because I'm still trying to build Faruzan, and I need a goblet for her, but it still has not come to me. So, obviously, I farmed, and I did not get what I wanted at all. There was nothing. Zero. Nada.
Oh!
That was me in despair, as every single one of these did not give me an artifact of need. However, that's not the purpose of this. So I headed on over to the theater and decided to go ahead and start. I opened up the book, and the first thing I did was just go ahead and look at the supporting cast. I went ahead and put in my built characters that other people could use, not that my characters get used often, and went ahead and started the performance. I went ahead and did hard mode because I didn't have enough characters to visionary, because apparently I'm just bad. But oh well, what can you do? So I went ahead and started. So to start us off, I went ahead and got a Hydro Companion, which ended up being Farina, followed up by doing a Origin, which was a burning one because I knew it would end up helping me in the long run. After that, I ended up just go ahead and starting with a Mystery Cache and then going into battle after collecting a Nahida from Mystery Cache. I think that's how you pronounce it. I kind of second pronunciation though. After that, I decided I was going to have a little musical break because I'm weird.
And I love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. Don't throw away this thing bad. When push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and find you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Sorry that your poor ears had to hear that. After that, I ended up just continuing with the battle sequence as normal, and though I struggled a little bit with the thunder and lagged, it ended up being fine, although without a star. I ended up picking Mualani as the next support to help me, and everything was going pretty smoothly. I chose another Burning Divergence to help me and go ahead and went into the next battle. It was pretty simple, and I didn't have many issues with this one either, other than the fact that the stupid Sisson mages also ended up with the thunder thing. However, in the end, I got it, and although without a star, finished. After that, I ended up choosing Bloom Origin twice just so that I made sure I had the little bit of extra damage that I would need when using Mualani on the next team, since next up was the boss fight. I didn't have too much trouble with it since it was just the Magukenki, I believe they're called. Sorry, again, suck at pronunciation. And usually I don't do too bad on them, especially since my Mualani is one of my best built characters, so this team did not struggle very much in this section at all. It went by pretty quickly, and I did end up getting the star after doing several instances of 200,000 damage above, most commonly just being 200,000, but I like to say above since a few of them were 250k. Very proud of myself, which I know isn't a ton, but I haven't even hit 1,000,000 yet, so I'll take every little small win I can get. The biggest number I currently have is 600k, which is also from my Mualani, so a win is a win. I ended up choosing Nevalette after I finished and going to another Bloom evolution just because I needed the extra damage. We did a defense sequence next, and it was pretty simple, but before I started, one of my friends noticed my DPS Dory, who is triple crowned and level 90. Oopsies! For the ley line monoloth protection, I didn't end up having any issues and pretty quickly was just able to defeat all the enemies when the time ran out. Ended with 76% and I did end up getting a star, which was amazing. I ended up getting Mavwika, as you can hear my excitement, for I knew that I would need her for the very last boss since I did not have any good Pyro members. I ended up getting a star on the next battle one and went ahead and went into the second boss. It wasn't too difficult since I had Mavwika on my side, although not my Mavwika. I was borrowing it from a friend, although I'm not sure which friend it was. This, them, yeah. Who knows? I have several friends who are big Mavwika fans. In fact, I think 99% of my friends are big Mavwika fans, so I had a lot to choose from. After using her to break off the shield, there was of course some more lag because my PC apparently hates me, which is incredible. After a few minutes of struggling, she was slowly bringing down the boss's HP with a name I am not going to even attempt to pronounce. More lag. So we are going to call it the Void Fantasy Plant because who in the right mind can pronounce the top thing who is not an average person? Because just look at it. Tenuboris Papila. Something like that. Mavwika ended up killing it after a minute or two of struggling, and we are ending up able to move on to the next section after a burst. So after this, I ended up choosing Yelan as the next support, just since I didn't figure I would really need Tignari, and that ended up being the case. Although, right afterwards, I did choose to take Tignari as another character because I figured out of all the characters I had, I would need them for the next battle if I wanted my Mavwika to have the same supports as she did in the last run to actually be able to defeat the final boss, which obviously is the top priority. I selected another Cache and ended up getting Toma, which I was not too happy about. But whatever. After starting on the next fight, which was just with Neuvillette, there were no issues, and we did end up getting a star, which was amazing. After the Neuvillette fight, I figured that it was time we start preparing for the final fight, the one I knew that I was going to struggle with. After a little bit of indecisiveness with which upgrades I should get, I finally settled on getting a vaporized one, which I don't know why. I didn't do research on the boss before I did this, and so I got 2 of the vaporized ones instead of touching the burning ones, which is probably what I needed. But, oh well, what can you do? So I ended up going into battle with the wrong blessings, and after failing once, and then failing twice, guess what happened? I failed a 3rd time. After all 3 fails, I decided to give up and ended the performance. I knew that the run in general was just cooked, and I figured why not leave before I waste any more of my time and make myself cry trying to do this when I know I probably can't. I ended up with 4 of the stars and claimed all the rewards, which honestly I'm not too mad about. It could have been a lot worse. I went and claimed a few of the tricks, doing Yunjin, Fischl, Mulani, and in the end, Diona, since they're all characters I have, as well as Kekching, just so I can ward her off the next time I see her. After this, I decided just to go ahead and claim the dailies that I had gotten from completing Imaginarium Theater, and that was it. I gave up, and there's no happy end to this. Although I gave up, I'm really happy with how I did in the long run, just because I usually suck even worse than this. Unbelievable. I know, right? As an AR-60 player, I still manage to be somehow extremely bad at this game and continue to play it anyway. Let's be honest, part of it is probably just because I love gambling. Yeah, don't we all, though? Don't we all? Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this new style and format of video, and tell me if you like it in the comments, because I'm kind of just jumping in here and have never done this kind of thing before. Let me know if you enjoyed the editing, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. I love you. Bye!